Hey guys, we've got David's 79 series here. This one's an awesome build that we've just finished off. David's been really patient. He had a huge wait on his new vehicle, but it's finally here. We've fitted it out to suit his needs and it's ready for collection. I'll show you through some of this build. We'll go through the modifications and accessories we've done and break it down step by step. The first thing we did to this vehicle was the Jmacx 4495 Super Chassis package. This one's got a 4-inch lift. It features the King remote res shocks, and we've got a set of the Jmacx radius arms up the front as well to go with the Jmacx coil springs. One of the biggest features of this kit is the actual chassis clip in the rear. So we cut the factory chassis off just behind the cab and we weld the Jmacx Super Chassis in place. This is a bigger, stronger chassis. It's got a 300mm chassis extension built into the kit, as well as a coil conversion and a whole heap of other features. We'll move around to the back here. One of the features of this Jmacx Super Chassis is the inbuilt tow bar. This is a 4.5 ton rated tow bar. We've got an inbuilt rear winch cradle as well, and we've got the Brown Davis 185 litre fuel tank as part of that package. All of this chassis is designed to work with each modification, such as the fuel tank, the Brown Davis make. We've got the Torqit 3.5-inch exhaust system. We've got our rear coil springs, we've got the Jmacx diff housing as well, and some airbags in the rear too. This gives us the GVM of 4495, and depending on your transmission type, it gives you a towing capacity of either 4 ton or 4.5 ton. David's taken advantage of the rear winch cradle on this one, and we've fitted up the Warn VR Evo rear winch, which is a 12,000 pound. We've also done an Anderson plug and some trailer wiring with a genuine Toyota wiring harness. We've added the Factor 55 Ultra hook on there as well, which is a neat little finishing touch. And we've got the Mr. Hitch's 4-ton adjustable drop tongue to suit the trailer height as well. While we're up the back here, we'll have a look at the Norweld. So this one's got the Norweld tray and canopy. It's been color-coded silver to match the factory paint, which looks fantastic. We've got a pair of spares on the back with the Norweld twin wheel carriers, and we've got a ladder as well. And then we've got our rear pull-out drawer. These are handy for a bit of storage, completely sealed from dust and water. Come with your rubber matting in the bottom, and obviously our lockable handles up the back as well. Now David's 79 is the first one that we've fitted up the new Norweld tail lights to. These are a tail light that have been made specifically for Norweld, and they're only available on the Norweld builds. They look awesome. I'll jump around the front, flick them on and show you what they look like. So we've got some nice rings in the center, which are a really neat looking tail light, and then we light up with the brakes to give us plenty of brake lighting. We've got indicators, which look really neat. They're sequential. And that's something that's only available on these Norweld builds. Moving around to the passenger side, I'll open up this side for a look. On this side, we've got the Clearview Easy Slide, which gives us somewhere to put our fridge. We've got our electrical system up the front with the Red Arc Red Vision display. We've got some electronics from Enerdrive, a couple of power outlets, and all of our fuses and circuit breakers. We've got a shelf up the top for some additional storage, a reasonable storage area here, and then we've got our small drawer for all of our cutlery, utensils and food, and a pull-out table as well. Underneath, we've got the under tray toolboxes. With the extended wheelbase, you do get the front toolbox, which is something you don't normally get on the dual cab. We've got our water tank underneath the tray with a tap, flared mud guards to suit the Jmacx, and then we've got our rear toolbox as well. Pop around the other side, we've fitted up an ARB twin compressor inside the toolbox. This is the ARB twin high output compressor. We've got the 4-litre air tank, and then we've got our switch and outlet in the toolbox there. Neat and tidy, taking up some space up the top of the toolbox, but still got plenty of room down the bottom for your air accessories. With this one on the Jmacx kit, being a 4-inch, we've got 35-inch tyres legally. David's gone for the Thompson Baja Boss AT in the 315/7017, and we've got the Method 312 HDs in the machined finish. That's the first time we've fitted up the machined finish methods. And on the driver's side of the Norweld, we've got a travel buddy mount up the top. We've got our Enerdrive inverter, a large storage location for our bigger gear, and then a full-size drawer for some extra storage down the bottom. We'll move forwards onto our bar work. We've got the ARB Large Tube Deluxe bar. This one's in the satin black finish, which looks really, really clean. We've got the Ultravision 180 Max driving lights. They're in the 4,500 Kelvin color temperature, which gives us some fantastic lighting with less glare and reflection from the higher color temperatures. We've got a GME aerial with the fold down antenna bracket, a worn VR Evo 12,000 pound winch, the same as the rear, which has got the Factor 55 Ultra hook on the front as well to match up with the back. Underneath we've got the ARB radiator protection plate, and we've also got the ARB recovery point as well. To match up with the bar, we've got the Summit side rails and steps. These are also in the satin black finish. We've got a Safari R-Max 4-inch snorkel and a set of Clearview next-gen towing mirrors. These are the electric versions, so we've got electric adjust, and we've also got an indicator built in as well. We'll move inside the cab now. This one we've done a full sound deadening package. So we strip the interior out and give it a full package from top to bottom with the sound deadening and the Dynaliner acoustic foam as well. Put it all back together. This gives us a little bit of improvement from the sound system, but also gets rid of road noise and exhaust noise and tyre noise. We've got a center console from Cruiser Consoles, which is a nice padded armrest, plenty of storage in the center. We've got a couple of cup holders, coin tray up the front, and some power outlets. Then to match up with that console, we've got the Cruiser Consoles roof console, which is got a couple of touch lights and plenty of storage. Nice and easy to operate, and then they house the factory sun visors which fit up in there super neat, which is a great finishing touch. Also from Cruiser Consoles, we've got our speaker pods in the doors, which are housing the Alpine Type R speakers with tweeters. They are wired up to the Alpine 9-inch head unit, which is featuring Hammer Maps and Android Auto and Apple CarPlay as well. Reverse camera mounted on the back for that one. And then behind the back seat, we've also got the sub and amp. So we've done a bit of a sound system for David to keep himself and the kids happy. We've got the Alpine amp with the Alpine sub box and also the Phoenix Gold subwoofer. Couple other electrical things we've done in the cabin. We've fitted up the Red Arc electric brakes. We've done the GME XRS UHF, which has got the magnetic mount. We've got the controls for our Clearview, switches for our lights, and we've got the Red Arc gauges. So up the top we've got EGT and boost, and then down the bottom we've got oil pressure and oil temperature. They have a visual alarm like this red screen, and also an audible alarm as well, which you can set those parameters to what you need. In the center here we've got a couple of switches. We've got work lights on both sides of the roof rack, left and right. So I'll flick one of those on for you. That's the passenger side, so we've got the steady light bars mounted up there on the roof rack, which is the Rhino Pioneer platform. We've also got a steady light bar up on the front as well, which is a full width, and then we've got a solar panel mounted up on the roof as well for a little bit of extra power input into our dual battery. I'll pop the engine bay and we'll have a look in there. In here we've got a pair of SRW screens, so we've got the screen to protect the intercooler, and then we've also got the screens to protect the radiator as well. We've got an ARB diff breather kit which does our front diff, rear diff, transfer case and transmission. We've got the Maxx 4-wheel drive hydro booster, which is part of the Jmacx 4495 to improve our braking. Then we've got a diesel pre-filter to look after the motor with some fresh fuel, and then we've got the Maxx 4-wheel drive catch crown kit, which is a ProVent 200. Then back in the corner here we've made a fuse panel, which that just houses a couple of fuses to our Anderson plug, compressor, and back to the canopy as well to keep our power under control. We've really enjoyed putting this one together. As I said, we thank you, David, for your patience. We've been struggling with you. We've been waiting for the lead time on the car, but it's finally here. It's kitted out. It looks really, really good. There's a few products on this one that this is the car that's been the first to receive those products. We're thankful that you chose us. We can't wait to see you and your family using this vehicle. We look forward to seeing you out on the tracks. If you liked what you've seen here, guys, and you want to see more, make sure you like the video, subscribe to our channel and turn the notifications on, and we'll see you on the next one.